Hey YouTubers, I'm Jonah, and today I'm going to show you how I installed my bathroom timer fan. So I picked up this timer fan at my local hardware store. It's a Woods Pro countdown timer. It has a 5-minute, 10-minute, 15-minute, and 30-minute timer. And our off button says it fits any single or multi-gang switch. Also says 120 volts, 15 amp, 1800 watts, and general use. Also caution, wattage of lamps or appliances must not exceed rated capacity, indoor use only. So let's take a look inside. So here's more info again. Indoor use only. Black wire is hot. This means that the wire is live and is coming straight from the breaker. Green wire is ground. Red wire is load. Load means the wire going to your fan. And white wire is neutral. So let's take a look at our bundled wire right now. Here's our black wire, which is our hot or live wire. Our red wire, which is our load wire going to the fan. Green wire, which is ground. And our white wire, that's neutral. So we'll just take off the wires, has protective tips on all of them. So inside we've got our instructions, and 4 orange wire connectors, and 2 screws. So let's go to the bathroom and check out my switches. Here's my light switch, and here's my fan switch. First thing we do is we turn our breaker off. So before we start, safety first. I go to my main breaker box downstairs. If you know which of the small breaker is for the fan, that's good. But your safest bet, and I mean your safest bet, is the main circuit breaker. Right here. And I always caution on safety first. Now I go back to verify that the power is off. I'm going to need some flashlight for this. Notice no power to the fan. And no power to the lights. Now I undo the faceplate by unscrewing the 4 screws. Now I'll undo these 2 screws. And now get a closer look at our wires. Now I know 100% I have no power, so I can touch the wires. Now I have to find out which one is my hot wire and which one is my load wire. Turn breaker back on. So this is the type of wire tester I'll be using. You can pick it up at any of your hardware store or at Amazon. And you'll notice the screwdriver I'm using right now is also my wire voltage tester. So with the tip of the tester, I carefully touch the bottom screw. And notice my tester light up when I touch my thumb on the top of the tester. This tells me this is our hot wire. This means this is the live wire and is coming straight from the breaker. Now let's carefully touch the top screw. And notice there is no light when I press my thumb on top of the tester. This means this is going to be our load wire, the wire that's going towards the fan. Turn off main breaker again. Now I undo both the wires. And remember, the bottom wire is our hot wire. And just to remind myself, I'll put a tape on this wire. Now I undo the top wire. And remember, this is our load wire. This is the wire that's going to the fan. As you can see, it's pretty tight in this electrical box. So I'm trying to organize my wires. But I'm going to have to undo the light switch on the left side, so it gives us more room to work with. So here's our white wire right here. And a ground copper wire is right there. So notice the wires from our timer is a little short, 1/2 inch. I like to make it a little bit longer, 3/4 of an inch. This will make it easier for us when we connect them together. Also notice the size of the wires, 14 AWG. When we use the wire snipper, it tells us 14 AWG, the size. Here we are, 3/4 of an inch, perfect size. So the first thing I'll do is I'm going to straighten the bent wires. Now I'll position the wires. This black wire goes with our hot wire that we marked with a tape. So we twist them together like a pretzel and then put our wire connector on them. But notice the exposed wire. That is not safe. So I'm going to trim both the wires to match the other wires. Now that's better. Now let's do this again. Twist them like a pretzel and then use the wire connector. Now our red wire goes with our load wire, the one that's going to the fan. So we twist them like a pretzel and then use the wire connector. And the white wire connects with the white wire. Twist them like a pretzel and use the wire connector. Can you tell I like pretzels? I'm getting hungry just talking about it. And the last thing is our ground wire. And our green ground wire is going to connect to this screw, which holds our ground copper wire. I'm going to carefully loosen this screw, but not all the way. I just need enough room to slip the green wire in. Oops, too much. Come on, get in there. Now that's better. Now I'll make a little hook on my green wire with my needle nose pliers. Now I'm going to slip it between the bolt to connect with the ground. Oops, butterfingers. Let's try this again. And then tighten it up with a screwdriver. And give it a little tug for good measure. Now let's tuck everything back to its proper place. Now we install the two screws. Oops, butterfingers. And we have our new faceplate. And we tighten it up some more. And we install the 4 screws into our faceplate. And we are finally finished. Turn breaker on for the last time. Light switch is good. And the timer is perfect. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can always get my latest videos.